Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RSN Wrestling Podcast. This is Sal, the mastermind. And on the other end, we got the big guy, Rich.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, guys? By the way, how's it going, Rich? So this is the RSN Wrestling Podcast, another edition of The Shoot. And today, Rich, you're hearing about all this stuff that's going on with NXT, right?
I think this takeover Houston, will be one of the top takeovers of the year. Obviously, it's not gonna top Brooklyn.
Definitely.
Or the one before Mania.
For sure.
But this will be up there.
Definitely. Well, explain to us what the card is. What developments have you seen? I mean, of course, you can go on Twitter page at Rsn Podcast that's run by, of course, the big guy Rich, who goes ahead and gives out all the news as it is and everything like that. So before we go into it,
because I'm better than any other person. I'm better than Mike Johnson. I'm better than Dave Meltzer. I don't give ratings. I just give facts.
Yep. Yes, that should be a new tagline now. But I mean, move on. What did you hear about Houston? Educate us about that.
Well, so far the card is looking pretty stacked, as a takeover card always is. But no one's complaining about that.
Yep.
Do you want me to start with the lowest match of the three that they got so far? I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, whatever's announced, right there. So they announced 3 matches, right? Three co-main events.
It's bad when all 3 of these main event caliber matches, you can't pick the worst one.
Yeah, because they're all 3. Like I said, they're dubbing it as co-main events. So all 3 of them are actually main event of the whole show. So
I'll start with the one I think will be I can't even say the worst of the 3.
Yep.
The less popular of the 3.
Yep.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. We'll take that.
Okay. For the vacant NXT Women's Championship, it's the winner of the Mae Young Classic. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, so forgive me. I'm not that big of a Japan women's wrestling fan. Kiari Sane. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, so I'm sorry. Versus Peyton Royce.
Yep.
Versus Nikki Cross. Versus the winner of this match, Ember Moon.
Wow.
Which means Ember Moon will be the next NXT Women's Champ.
Really?
Not a prediction, a spoiler.
Well, as Paul Heyman says. So so you're saying basically, so of course, taking it a couple weeks back, Mae Young Classic happened. Kara Sane won, and of course, the big reason was because she was signed to WWE, and this other girl, Shayna Baszler, wasn't. So speaking of Shayna Baszler, she just signed. Yeah, she just signed with the WWE, and now she's in the Performance Center at full time. So that tells you maybe something else, which we're going to talk about later on too today. But also,
as is majority of the girls, I believe, signed. There might be a few that haven't signed yet.
Yeah, but I mean, nonetheless, the whole Mae Young Classic was phenomenal. That's one thing, and on top of the fact now,
you could always go back to previous podcasts, the last shoot that we did, because we covered it.
Yep, we did. We did. You can go, of course, that's on our YouTube page at Rsn Podcast. Of course, you can check that out. Also, typing in the search bar, Rsn Podcast.
Isn't there another place fans could check it out?
Wait. Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't leave this out. So, of course.
We didn't really leave it out. It was just a good setup to it.
Basically, it's a good setup. This is all basically a good setup. I think everybody knows. I mean, if you've been watching us for a long time, you know what this is about. You know how we kind of set up the punchline. We always change it up.
We have the 2 years in the books already, but thank you for all our fans who've been following us for 2 years.
Definitely. If you haven't followed us for 2 years, so shout out to you guys. Thank you very much. But nonetheless, the reason why we're trying to get at is 3 letters. PWO.
I was going to say, it's a Pro Wrestling Opinion, which is PWO, the best site for segment-by-segment coverage.
That's right.
He's better than
And you're talking about he. You're talking about he.
Oh no! I'm not saying the name yet. I'm just building up for him.
I know. I don't run PWO. I know you don't run PWO because we both co-run the Facebook. We both co-run the Instagram page, which is of course at Rsn Podcast. You run the Twitter page. I pretty much have all the YouTube and production. But this guy,
so, there's a gentleman who's better than Dave Meltzer.
course, anybody's better than Dave Meltzer. Of course, definitely. But
Me on a bad day is better than Dave Meltzer.
yeah, definitely. I would say the same thing. I think, I personally say the same thing. I'd be like, I'd probably give it the best news, even when it did come out. I'd be like, fuck, that's how it is.
He's better than Mike Johnson.
That's right. That's right. And he's the N in Rsn podcast.
We could probably
We
say
call
that
him
he's better than any writer on WWE, any writer on
definitely,
GFW, any writer on
definitely,
ROH, any writer on
definitely.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That's right. That's right. Basically,
But his name isn't Nick Lopez.
No, it's not Nick Lopez.
We're missing something.
We're missing something big. Yes, yes.
Is
Because like I said, there's millions of Nick Lopez's out there. Nicholas Lopez's. There's
Nicholas
Nick
Jason.
Lopez's.
Yeah, there's millions, but there's only one person.
Yes.
One Nick Lopez that works for Pro Wrestling Opinion. One Nick Lopez that works for
one undisputed. We call him the one undisputed Nick Lopez, which we coined him the phrase the
knight that runs the site.
The knight that runs the site, indeed, aka the COO, aka the executive, whatever you had to call him beforehand. We call him the Nick Lopez. So shout out to that. Check out PWO ProWrestlingOpinion.com also. But
you're welcome, Nick, for that very good intro.
Yes, that very good intro. I mean, moving. Well, we were talking. Let's go back to the top. Basically,
anyway,
we're talking about this fatal four-way. Yeah.
Back to.
We were talking about this basically. Yeah, we were talking about this takeover special. Of course, they got that fatal four-way match. I mean, what are your thoughts about it being a fatal four-way match? I mean, we were talking about it before. I think it's just. I mean, it shouldn't have been. I think it should be one-on-one. It shouldn't really be.
Even a triple threat will be fine.
Yeah, I think triple threat, because what it does is it takes the focus out of, just tossing in random people and just saying, you know what, bam. But I mean, these aren't random people.
Well, we knew whoever won the Mae Young Classic was going to be in it. That we already knew.
Yeah, and by the way, of course, Asuka, she's injured, she's out, she's gonna come back.
She's
TLC.
quote unquote injured.
Yeah.
Asuka is quote unquote injured. She's coming to Raw.
Yeah. Which is a perfect way of transitioning her into the main roster. So.
Oh, without a doubt, I think
without a doubt, and guess who she's coming after? Your girl, your babe, Alexa Bliss. I know you have all her fans about her, but when that match comes, I know you're gonna sit and thinking, damn, you're gonna be scared for her. I know that for sure. Aren't you? What do you think? You're right. So that's the thing. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, unless we find out, of course, that's what's gonna come at TLC. But sticking to NXT Takeover. So you say Ember Moon's gonna win this, right?
Oh no, I'm not saying she's gonna win. I know she's gonna win.
You know she's gonna win. Okay. I mean, that's one thing. She had that big feud with Asuka, of course, which the two matches were pretty good. But
they
of course,
were great matches.
Yeah, but then of course there was bullshit finishes. I was like, come on, man, really? Like, you guys really had to end it like that. And now, of course, it's a perfect opportunity for her to catch on, because she's been there the longest, probably, out of all the other people in this match.
Of course, actually, Peyton Royce has been there the longest.
But I mean, look how far that she's gone compared to Ember. Ember had 2 matches, 2 title shots in a matter of a year? Then she's been in the NXT. Yeah, about a year. How many shots have Peyton Royce had? Peyton Royce has had 1 or 2 encounters with the champ, but nothing really big, right?
But if you go by actual time in the company, Peyton Royce has been there the longest. Remember, she was there in developmental. Because if you watch, what was it called? Breaking Ground or something, whatever the name of that show was that was on the network. She was on the first episode.
Indeed, yeah, I remember. Yeah. I mean, it's also another thing that. Well, here's the thing. WWE, they have a big procedure. I heard about, of course, how they, who they want to market to. They want obviously find the most athletic person, right? They're not gonna have the model. They're not gonna have the person that's an actor or actress or some kind of hand model or whatever, is just to kind of go into the ring and put on good matches, because of course, obviously, they need more training. But looking at Ember, she probably caught on to it the quickest, don't you say? Out of all 4
between the 4 of them, I'm not saying she's like a model, but she is the best looking.
Yeah, she's the best looking. Yeah,
I think it's just the contacts and her skin complexion. It works perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just development. That's the thing. It's harder. Probably when they're looking at booking her, they're thinking, okay, how can we book her in the most effective way possible. Okay, first we have her with Billy. First we have her doing her own thing. Then we have her with Billy Kay. Okay, maybe that's working now. Maybe so now they probably see this thing working, and then like, okay, you know what? Best thing to do probably is just to put her in the match, as is, see what's going on. I mean, we probably don't know exactly what the details are, how they're building this match up, so that's yet to be seen. So hopefully when they build this up, they could build it up in the best way possible, which hopefully they will. And, we'll see from there. I mean, has NXT ever not built up a good promo with any kind of match? Not really, right?
The only one?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Gargano versus Almas. Because that was just like thrown together literally within 2 weeks, not even.
That's right. Yeah, actually,
going into Brooklyn.
Yeah, you're right.
That was literally just like, hey, let's them two go. Because everyone knows that was supposed to be Gargano versus Ciampa.
That's right.
Which was easily, without a doubt, going to be match of the year candidate.
Yeah, definitely. But of course,
look what they did at the Cruiserweight Classic last year.
Yeah. But the way they built it, that's what I like about it. The fact that they built it with all this energy and the way they did it, that's the best thing. NXT has that advantage over basically main roster, which main roster just likes to. And why's that? Why?
Because Triple H runs it. He listens to the fans.
Yeah, that's right. Triple H is the one that's actually pulling the strings there, so he has more leverage and more control. So I guess that's one thing. But now, when you look at, of course, how they're building the company, now it's starting to become that way. Of course, you had No Mercy this past month, and it was like,
it wasn't bad.
The only,
I didn't think it was bad, to be honest.
I didn't think it was bad. It was just, I think the only two things that I really found was really annoying was the fact that they kept building this whole thing with and Roman and Cena. The way they built it, it's like they planned it out and they said, you know what, from this moment forward, this pay-per-view is going to go ahead and be the, one of the clips for the next big pay-per-view, which of course in this case will be WrestleMania. Of course, they're trying to build for WrestleMania 34, where it's going to be Brock and Brock and Roman for the title.
From what I'm hearing, Brock's dropping the title at Survivor Series.
I hope. I'm telling you, I hope.
Oh, sorry. Did I spoil it for people?
You did spoil it. Oh, because yes, that's right. You got your underground connections, or you're able to see what happens beforehand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay, so that's interesting. Still, like I said, it's anything can happen until then. This is what they call the pencil in era. We talked about this in the last shoot. Basically, everything is penciled in from here. This is pre WrestleMania season, and then after that,
pre WrestleMania,
pre WrestleMania, yeah. And this is where basically everything can go one way or the other way, and then things can change.
Because the actual pre WrestleMania is Rumble until Mania.
Yep.
But as diehard wrestling fans, the actual pre is before Survivor Series until Rumble.
Yep.
And then Rumble to Mania. So this is pre WrestleMania season.
Yep. Indeed. Yeah. Of course, we're moving to Survivor Series.
Because us vanilla internet marks only know that.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Speaking of Raw, so Raw had No Mercy.
Fuck you, Dave Meltzer.
Fucking Dave Meltzer, son of a bitch. But
sorry, my random outbreak just happened to come into effect just now.
Our wrestling Tourette's, that's what they call it. They call it Mark Tourette's. That's what they call it. Because it's like how
fuck you, Dave Meltzer.
Fucking Kevin Dunn. Of course, we gotta bring in Kevin Dunn every single time. So that's one thing too. But fuck
it's his fault, just because.
It's his fault. Fuck it. Yeah, just because. But so we're talking about, of course, pay-per-views going into, of course, Survivor Series. So before that, of course,
we're missing 2 matches.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From Takeover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the title match before the third match.
Yep.
Title match: Andreas Cien Almas versus Drew McIntyre for the title. That was that was a big fucking curveball out of left field.
Yeah, because of course you saw in the last Takeover.
I thought it was Roddy going for the title. Personally,
I thought it was Roddy, or I thought it was gonna be Cole. Perfect entrance. I think Cole would just get the shot, and that's it, done. Especially after this last Takeover special when they came out, and the whole crowd was going berserk, like, oh shit, oh my god, Adam Cole's in WWE, and then next thing you know,
no, it's not Adam Cole.
Who's that?
Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I got that wrong, but that's true. I mean, the thing is, it's just well, and that's the thing. I mean, of course, well, you can talk about that, of course, the last match, I guess, yeah, because we just brought that up. But I mean, of course, Cien almost. That's kind of was like, what? Like, where's this guy coming from? He's totally from left field. Like, damn, they really it's like
Like he
again,
went from jobbing a
yeah,
couple months ago
uh huh,
to title shots.
yeah. Could this be possibly a swan song? You never know.
Don't get me wrong, he's talented,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's the guy.
Yeah, not yet. I don't think this gimmick is working for him though. I mean, of course, he might be good as a heel. Just, I mean, just give him back his mask. Fuck it, just give it just give him a mask at least, or something,
Yeah.
It's just, there's no, I don't know, it doesn't fit for some reason. It just doesn't fit together. It's like, come on, man, you guys
Well,
can do better.
well, the reason why Adam Cole's not going for the title shot is because they're building a great fucking feud right now,
Hmm.
which leads to the third match.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be match of the night.
Right.
For all you old school fans who watch WCW, might remember a little match called War Games. Well,
And if you probably heard from probably 5-10 years ago, they were talking about, of course, WWE bringing back War
yeah.
Games.
Well, General Manager William Regal announced that there's going to be a War Games match between the teams of Sanity, which is Eric Young, Killian Dane, and Alexander Wolf, versus the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong, which is a random fucking team.
Yeah. A heel and a face team. That's weird, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's like, what the fuck?
Holy shit, yeah.
Versus the Undisputed Era, which is Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and wait for it, Adam
Adam
Cole,
Cole,
baby.
baby. We got to
for everyone who, well, obviously we don't do video podcasts. I'm throwing up the two fingers on both hands, just like Adam does.
Yep, same here. Yep.
You just have to. You just have to.
Of course. That's that dynamic of it. You can't just go ahead and say Adam Cole, baby. You have to actually, you have to do
set it up.
Exactly, to set it up. Just like after that video, that post video at at Takeover, Brooklyn, it came out. You just hold it sitting there like waiting for it, and everybody's like, "Oh,
Adam Cole, baby."
That's hilarious. So look at that. It's like, damn, that's the unique part about it. So, but that's crazy. So, and I mean, well, of course, yeah. Tell us about how do you think this is gonna play out for War Games? Because I don't think I'm.
To be honest,
all I heard that
I don't even know how it's gonna happen. Is it for the tag team titles? Is it just a fight? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, also another thing is, how does it work? I mean, I remember War Games, seeing the different packages. There was something about 3 rings in the same, dynamic or something like that. It was like 3 rings are arranged in the same manner, side to side to side.
They might change it up. I don't know.
Maybe they might have it in 1 ring. I don't know, but that's a lot of people for 1 ring though. 9 people in 1 ring. That's crazy. Like, I don't know what they might do. Maybe they might have cage or something.
It's Triple H. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, it can happen, and then they might, of course, just like how they did the shark, what do you call it, the shark cage match?
Oh, it actually is. It's called NXT TakeOver War Games.
Yeah. Oh, really? So that's the new name. Because it's taking place in Houston, right?
Yeah. It's the night before
Survivor Series, right?
Survivor Series.
Because they already have one for Houston, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or that was San Antonio.
That was San Antonio. That was before Royal Rumble?
Or I believe, yeah. San Antonio.
Was it? Or
no, WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Yeah, for WrestleMania. But it's like, I mean, War Games, that's a pretty, like I said, and it's interesting. They're bringing back a WCW.
It's 2 rings.
Yeah, 2 rings.
Side by side with a giant ring and composing rectangular cage that covers both rings, but not the ringside area. Doors will be placed at the far corners of the rectangular cage, so the 2 teams did not come in contact before they were supposed to. It's gonna be fucking amazing. That's all. This is
gonna be chaotic. Yeah, this is gonna be amazing for sure. I mean, this kind of got fans excited. But another thing is also, it's like it's interesting to see how they're going to do this. How they're going to do spots, how they're going to explain it to the fans. Because you got to think about this. Whenever they have any kind of big match, you got to explain the concept, of course. Otherwise the fans won't get it. The everyday average, Joe won't know about this. If they start watching wrestling, they're gonna say, "The fuck is this?"
So you mean basically the fans that have been post invasion era.
Post invasion era, or it might be also. Of course, also to all the other fans that haven't gotten a chance to ever see War Games. Think about it. When was the last time they had War Games?
The last match. Hold on, I will tell you right now.
Well, like 1997, 1999?
September 13th, 1998.
1998.
But there's been like random bullshit ones that no one cares about. Like, TNA did one, but who gives a fuck about them?
Yep. Maybe it might be like Lethal Lockdown. Maybe some kind of thing where it's
the last well-known match that people actually cared about was June 2013. Steel Cage Warfare was held, pitting ROH team BJ Whitmer, Michael Elkin, Jay Lethal, and Kevin Steen against Scum, which is Jimmy Jacobs, Rhino, Cliff Compton, and Rhett Titus, where if the ROH team won, Scum must disband, and if Scum wins, Steve Corino replaces Nigel McGuinness as the matchmaker, which Team ROH won, which means Scum disbanded.
Yep. So it's probably like some kind of crazy stipulation, I guess, just to settle it. Or it might be for the titles. And if it is for the titles, cool. That'd be even better. That'd be added bonus. So,
it's gonna be worth the watch. To be honest,
definitely. Well, of course, we're talking about indies. This whole year, we got to talk about RSN as a whole right now. So, of course, the RSN, we're more than just podcasting right now. So, of course, this whole year we've been doing a lot of other things. Of course, we had our big promo video from last year. I don't know if you remember.
Which we haven't let down.
Yeah, we haven't let down. We just, like I said, we keep growing. We said we were coming out of Legends. It came out. All these other podcasts, the whole, the bi-weekly, we keep doing that. The previews, those are still there. Topic podcasts coming soon. Definitely, we're gonna keep bringing on with that. But of course, another big thing that we've done also is showing up at different shows, live wrestling events in the area of New York, right here, basically where we are, and we should basically put up on our Facebook pages, our YouTube pages, all that stuff, live streams of basically, the whole basically event that we're at as we're attending them. So if you go on our social media, of course, on Facebook, on Instagram, you'll probably see all these different kinds of clips and videos and everything of all the different stuff. Of course, we were at Progress at one time. Of course, as RSN, I was there personally. We were there also. I was also there at Raw, of course, at during SummerSlam weekend. But we gotta talk about one more thing, man. Of course, December 5th.
15th.
December 15th or 5th?
15th.
15th. Oh, so 15th. ROH is going to have an event at the Hummerstein Ballroom. And I think it's a taping, right?
I think it's actually a pay-per-view.
Oh, so, if,
I think it's Final Battle.
Final Battle. So it's basically, December 15th. There's basically going to be an event. It's a live ROH event in the Hammerstein Ballroom. So if you know it's in the Hammerstein Ballroom, of course, it's definitely going to be a big event because that place can hold a lot of fans, I think, right?
It holds a decent amount.
Yeah, it's the same as and when they had ECW, it's basically the birthplace of where ECW. That's where ECW got its name. One Night Stand was there. All the other regular ECW pay-per-views were in that very building. So you never know. That's one thing. And what we're trying to get at is, of course, all three members right here at RSN Podcast.
It holds about 2,500 people.
2,500 people. Wow. So
2,500. That's a good amount.
That's a good amount. That's still a lot of people, yeah. But of course, what we're trying to get at, RSN Podcast will be at ROH on that very night.
Marty Skrull, I'm fucking coming for you, bro.
He stole his girl, man. You got him pissed. Now he's coming after you. Marty Skrull, you better watch out.
Fucking coming for you, villain.
Coming for you. I'm telling you. Watch. You'll probably see more of the video, more of the details later on. Of course, Well, will we be there to fucking, of course, do a live? What you call it? Live? What you call it?
Oh,
Broadcast.
we're definitely doing live shows.
Well, yeah. Why the fuck not? Yeah, of course, with the wrestling. What you call it? What you call it? With the Rsn Wrestling podcast. Basically, if we're at any kind of thing that's wrestling, we want you guys to know, of course, just because of course, you guys should be staying on top of it, and we should, of course, help you in doing that endeavor. If the motherfuckers take our cameras, we're gonna say, "Fuck you,
They
get the fuck
they
out of here
can't
with the Rsn
they can't
podcast."
take it. Do you know why?
We're not.
Like if they want to take the cameras, no problem. We got our phones.
That's right. Exactly. We got our phones. We got everything like that.
Yeah,
No
but here's the
problem.
thing: it's ROH. They allow
Yeah,
it.
they allow it though. Yeah, so they won't make a problem. They're not like these WWE.
The only thing they might have a problem with is the selfie stick.
Oh, definitely. They probably
That's
will.
the only thing they might.
Yeah,
Which
but
that's fine.
I doubt it. Which I totally doubt. I doubt they will. But like I said, we'll
You
find.
never know.
Yeah, so
You never know.
definitely,
But no problem with that.
definitely, no
If they
problem.
say, "Oh, you can't use it," no, sorry, sir. We
Yep.
apologize. No problem.
Take out our phones, bam, start live shooting right there. So
That they have no problem with.
yeah. So like I said, stay tuned on our YouTube page. You'll definitely start seeing it also. So you go on there, basically you see the full ROH event that same day. What's going on? We'll let you guys know. We'll keep you guys posted right then and there, that very minute. So that's what we are. Of course, there's more. Like I said, as many more
Still
wrestling
fucking
events
coming for you, Marty.
Still
I'm fucking coming for you, Marty.
Yep. Rich is determined for this, so he's coming for you, Marty Scroll. You got to watch out, Marty Scroll. So that's our big. Of course, that's the big thing right now is going on. Of course, you got to have to check on our YouTube page or our Facebook pages. You'll see there everything, all the
But
kind
for
of details.
just so people know, I will be wearing my American Nightmare shirt.
I'll be wearing my Bullet Club
shirt.
Yep.
And Sal will be wearing that.
Yep. And also, we're trying to get, of course, if anything, what I'm thinking about is getting a RSN podcast shirt, the Bullet Club logo. Same way.
Wait, we might have. It might not work. Do you know why?
Why not?
WWE might send us a cease and desist letter.
Oh yes, we gotta talk about this. So
perfect segue.
Yeah, perfect segue.
That was fucking good.
That was fucking good. Indeed, it was. Yes. I like that. I like how we set it up. We clicked. Perfect. That's good. It's good. But I mean, speaking on that, so of course, WWE sent out a cease and desist, as you already know, to
fuck you, Vince McMahon.
Fuck you, Vince McMahon. Indeed, to the two of the most handsome men in tag team wrestling.
Fucking great sideburns.
Yes, great sideburns. Have fucking hot wives. Have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids,
5 kids, 6 kids.
6,
who knows?
7, 8. Basically, fucking good fathers and everything. Good Christian boys.
Here's
the Young Bucks.
Though. Here's a question for you, though.
Yeah.
Is this a round table?
No, this isn't a round table. This is fucking Camelot.
Oh.
But like, wait.
This is a Camelot?
No, this isn't Camelot. This is Falala.
Oh, too sweet.
Too sweet to that. Too sweet to that.
Oh, wait. I have a knock at my door. I got a cease and desist letter.
Yeah. And basically, so now the new thing, of course, is what you call it? The Young Bucks have their basically a logo where they kind of throw up the wolf. And that's kind of getting WWE pissed off because, of course, I think was it at Raw? Was it last Raw or this week's Raw?
Not this one that just passed. The previous week.
When were they in California? They were in Denver this week. Last week. So last week, of course, they were in California. Basically, the new home of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and supposedly the New Japan wrestlers were there. They were basically outside. I think doing the invasion angle. I guess that.
Not just New Japan. It was just Bullet Club.
Bullet Club, yeah. Basically, all Bullet Club was there outside of Raw, live event, talking to the fans, doing all that, doing a little invasion angle, I guess. And that kind of rubbed people the wrong way. Specifically,
my personal opinion, it was better than the actual DX Invasion one. This was amazing.
This was, imagine being there as a fan. You see that, you're waiting for, you're outside there waiting 5 hours for the show just to see.
Just sitting there relaxing, hanging out.
Sitting there relaxing. You're like, oh, no one's going to be here. These guys aren't going to come for another 2 hours. It's 5 o'clock right now. I doubt they're going to be in the building right now. They're probably slowly filing in right now. And then next thing you know, who do you see? Fucking Bullet Club. Holy shit. And you got to think about this too. This is a WWE event. These are New Japan stars. They're wrestling icons, right? In our eyes. But at the same time, if it was in terms of the WWE, like WWE backstage and everything like that, guards and everything, they're average day Joes just like us. They're fans just like us. So think about that. You're over there as a fan. You're thinking, holy shit. You see your Tina t-shirt. You got that shit. You're like, damn, Bullet Club's right here. Let me fucking get this shit signed. You go over there and like, damn, that's
And
it.
it wasn't even that. They
Yeah.
showed up. They showed up in friggin' their limo. First person to come out of the limo was Brandy.
Really?
So once I saw that, I'm like, holy shit.
Holy
is this
shit.
really happening?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you see,
It was amazing.
It was crazy. Basically, Cody Rhodes. It was Cody Rhodes,
Hangman?
Bucks. Yeah.
Hangman had that best line of the night.
Really, what was it?
As you know, they fucking kidnapped me. They made me watch 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, which were in bed, 1 hour of 205 Live. Oh my God, I was put through fucking hell.
That's crazy. God damn. But it's true.
No,
I mean,
to be honest, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to sit through 1 hour of fucking 205 Live.
Was Kenny there? Kenny Omega?
No, he was in Japan handling business.
Damn. Because from what I'm hearing, I mean, of course, I heard that of course, these indie stars, some of them have what you call it, autonomy and everything like that. Like they can go out at night, no problem. They can go outside, to the corner store or whatever, no problem. If you live in New York, you're an indie star. Maybe you might not get heckled at. You might not be, get fans all over you. Some some might, fans. Some might not. Yeah. Yeah, but it's very rare. Like maybe I heard that, like for example, Zack Sabre Jr. I heard he lives in Manhattan. Yeah, and he has total autonomy. He could literally go outside, go to the store and everything. Very rarely people will recognize him and be like, "Oh shit, that's Zack Sabre Jr." Very rarely.
Me and you and the Nick Lopez who runs PWO.
Yeah.
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, that's right.
We will recognize them. We will recognize Zack Sabre Jr.
That's right. We recognize.
We'll recognize Will Ospreay.
Yep. We definitely.
Little Joey down the block. I'm just making up a random name.
Yeah.
Little Joey down the block won't recognize these guys.
Yeah.
He'll recognize John Cena. He'll recognize Roman Reigns.
Yep. But then when
he will recognize the good people.
Yep. I mean, but think about it. You're a fan there, ready to wait for your ticket at Raw, everything like that. And before the show even starts, the Bullet Club rolls up, and that's like, they're right there. Like, holy shit. You see these guys. These guys are their rivals.
They're standing literally 2 feet away from people.
Yeah. For free. It's like, oh my God, 2 feet away from them for free. And it's like, holy shit, why not? Like, if I was them, definitely, I'd be jumping out of the Raw line and going straight to meet them right there. I'd be like, holy shit, man. And it'd be crazy.
I'll fucking sell my tickets.
That's I would. I'd be like, you know what? I already saw the show. Fuck it. It's all right. It's cool, But, I mean,
I'd rather hang out with BC.
Yeah, that's right. I'd rather hang out with BC, indeed. I mean, that's the thing. And I heard, of course, certain people backstage didn't like that. And of course, a certain old 65-year-old, or 70-year-old man who runs a billion-dollar corporation doesn't like it.
Oh, you mean he got butthurt?
Yeah, he got butthurt, indeed. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Basically, they're playing the whole same tricks, using the same logos, same designs, and they...
Wait. So you mean the one who did this in the 90s?
Yep.
Got butthurt that someone did it to them?
I know. Surreal, right? What the...
The shoe's on the other foot now.
I know, shoe's on the other foot now. So who's the big guy now? It's not the WWE now. They said WWE is like the little train that, that couldn't, that couldn't do it. And, they kept saying, I think I can, as Ultimate Warrior once said. Now they're the fucking station. They own this shit. That's how it works now. So, and I see the reason why, because of course if you see merchandise, Bullet Club, you throw up the deuces, everybody knows what the fuck that is.
Kevin Nash. Sweet?
Yeah, too sweet. Kevin Nash goes in and he endorsed it. He was like, no problem. Scott Hall, he endorsed it. I bet Triple H endorsed it too. He's like, fuck it. You guys do whatever the fuck you guys want. You guys are cool with it. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, they like these guys. They like the Young Bucks. They like what they're doing here.
They put on 3 great matches against the Young Bucks.
Yeah. Indeed they did. And they're high on them. They're very, They're very, very high on them. They know that these guys can grow with it. They know these guys are the top of the top right here. They're like the top talent.
Question: do you remember what the Broken Hardy's last indie match was?
Was it ROH this year, right?
It was against the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Right before they went to WWE.
That's right. The night before, actually. Yeah. So, and I mean, I heard that Vince. I think Vince even told the Hardys, they're like, tell those Young Bucks to not, to take it easy on you. So Vince knows who the Young Bucks are. That's crazy. A billionaire. He knows who the Young Bucks are. That just shows where the Young Bucks have been. They're in Hot Topic. Look at them. And you're gonna sabotage them by putting a cease and desist letter showing them that they can't do the Too Sweet logo.
I'm actually on the Hot Topic website right now. Do you know what the number one? Not even number one. The top 5 out of top 10 best sellers are.
What is that? Let me guess. Bullet Club?
All Bullet Club shirts.
All Bullet Club. So it could be the Young Buck, either the Young Bucks shirt that they got. It could be
Young Bucks. It's Bullet Club. It's Cody, Kenny, and then another Young Buck shirt.
Yeah.
Oh no, Villain Club. Sorry.
Villain Club. Yeah. Your boy Marty Scurll, right?
Fuck Marty Scurll.
Fuck Marty Scurll, indeed. Yeah.
not literally because I respect him. But fuck him. He's dating Deanna.
No, man, he took your girl. You got it. Come on, man. Come on. I love Marty Scurll too.
I respect him.
But he took your girl, man. We gotta. So when we see him in ROH, we gotta confront that man. Man, come on, man. He took your girl. You gotta,
I respect him as a wrestler.
Yeah.
But as a person, he's on my shit list right now. He's on. Do you know what he's on?
What's he on?
He's on my list.
He's on your list. Marty Scurll, you just made a list.
Yup.
Oh shit, it's lit then. Watch December 15th. We're gonna see your ass, Marty. We gotta see you. Come on. So you'll probably get an answer directly from Rich for sure.
Yep.
But yeah,
we will have a confrontation.
That's right. Well, I mean, we're talking. Well, of course, we're talking about indies, of course, right now. Of course, we're talking about ROH. We're talking about New Japan. I don't know if you've seen the attendance numbers for all the live tapings and the live events. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Have you gotten a chance to see all that yet?
I've peeked at it a little bit.
Well, guess what? Well, I've seen pictures online. They're surfacing where they taper off. Yeah, they tape. Basically, it came to the point where they're tapering off the whole the nosebleeds. They're going ahead. They're tapering off even this first, the second level. And basically, what they're doing is they're taking if there's fans all that got seats all the way up there, they actually upgrade them. They give them an upgrade and they'll bring them all the way to the front. That's crazy. I mean, it's and their numbers are pretty low. It's oh my god,
bad,
real bad. It's and they're bringing everybody close together and this that. Their numbers have been going low. And I mean, even if you see on TV, there are empty seats here and there. There are a lot of empty seats in between, and you're like, damn, holy shit. This is what's this becoming now? Holy crap, I heard somewhere about.
Do you know who doesn't have that problem?
Who's had that problem?
There's companies that don't have that problem, such as New Japan, Lucha, ROH. Right. They don't have that problem.
Indeed, they don't. And in fact, they're probably growing even more than, of course, all these other companies right now. I mean, of course, all you see the big, and that's the thing. You go to any indie show, they're all sold out. Any top indie show.
Yeah.
Progress.
Question for you: the Progress show that you went to, was it packed?
Definitely, it was packed all the way.
If you had to give an estimate, how many people?
I'll tell you, it's I'd say about 5,000, 6,000 people. No, it's about 5,000 people in there. Literally, wow. 5,000 people. And you gotta think about this. This is a youth center, like a high school gymnasium. That's how big it is. Literally, a high school gymnasium. There's a bunch of bleachers, and there's an area in the back where there's the entrance and everything. I'm telling you, when I was there, the bleachers were full. It was full all the way. The side of the rings, that was all full. All of that was full. People on the bleachers from the bottom to the top. People were all the way to the entrance, and they're watching the show from there. That's gotta tell you something. Maybe these fans, what they're doing, they so-called smart marks, alternatives now. And they're looking at it and oh shit, that's something. Oh shit, that's something cool. And let's just go there. Plus, it's a lot cheaper. It's why the fuck would they want to pay $60 for a nosebleed seat in a mediocre wrestling show? In this case, WWE.
But it wasn't mediocre.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. They actually, well, as of late, they've been doing really, really good. I mean, I heard that at one point they were selling, what you call it, tickets, live taping tickets, like either Raw or SmackDown, for $11.
Wow.
That's crazy. If you're selling your tickets for $11, how desperate could you be?
Want to hear something even funnier?
What's funny? Yeah.
My fiance, her mom, and my family, like my aunt, uncle, and cousins, they went to Florida at the end of August.
Right.
My cousin got free tickets to GFW.
Really?
They were handing out free tickets in
So
Universal.
GFW. Wow, that's crazy.
And it wasn't just a regular taping. He went to the pay-per-view that just happened.
Really? So this is like their they have what for Bound for Glory or no?
I'll tell you right now.
Because I mean, of course, yeah.
It was the one that just happened.
I'm trying to think. It's not Destination X, right?
No.
Lockdown? No, it can't be Lockdown. Lockdown's in next month.
Who really gives a fuck what pay-per-view was?
Yeah.
But
exactly. Yeah.
It was the most recent pay-per-view. That's not even a pay-per-view because they show it on friggin' Pop TV.
Yeah, it's on live TV, so they're giving out for free. I mean, well, let's talk about TNA, of course. So a lot of people left that, right?
It's bad when people who work in Universal are just handing out tickets for free.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that's for any show.
It was Victory Road.
Victory Road, yes. The same pay-per-view that Jeff Hardy came out drunk and high. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So I mean, it's got to be like, you know, it's kind of like, I mean, it's not just across, you know, WWE and GFW, the big guys, quote unquote big guys, but also like, you know, basically the other indie companies. Now it seems like they're more of a threat to the big dogs than anybody else, right? What do you say?
They are.
That's where I think that's where Vince is kind of getting that kind of thing from. He's like, holy shit, these guys are actually picking up steam. Now they're a threat. When they should have been like, oh shit, these companies are a threat. It's not like where it was, you know, like where they're saying they're
don't get me wrong. Like, yes, NXT is part of WWE, but the way it seems, NXT is going to be overtaking the main roster. Well, it seems like the regular NXT shows at Full Sail are doing way better than Raw, SmackDown. Anything's doing better than 205 Live.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to take it into account.
Progress is doing better than 205 Live.
Definitely. Well, Progress, I heard Progress is probably one of the most successful shows right now across the nation. Like they're PWG successful. Like how Pro Wrestling Guerrilla is. Same kind of shit. They're getting that kind of momentum. Like, you know how PWG was in like 2006, 2007, 2008? They're getting the same.
All the big names.
Yeah, all the big names. They're getting that same exact attention right now. And that's the thing. Like these new companies that are coming out, like Progress, like what you call it, ICW in Europe, like what you call it, you know, you go like in New Japan right now, where they have this whole thing with they're trying to go to California. They're growing now. And I think now it's like, okay, you know what? These guys are going into your market. The WWE's market, of course, being North America, USA. What are you going to do about it now? Are you just going to sit there and keep ignoring them, or are you going to actually do something about it?
And I think now WWE is just ignoring it.
Yeah, well, I think for a while WWE's been ignoring it, but now they're like, you know, we got to take action now. I mean, think about it now. Like, let's talk about, of course, Hell in a Cell. So Hell in a Cell's coming to what, this Sunday?
Yeah.
And basically the card is what? The big main event for the card is basically headlined by two, what you call it, indie names. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal. And then, of course, the other one is, the big main event is Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that, I mean, like, you know, and they got to think about it. Kevin Steen is like...
Here's a question. 7 years ago, I'll go.
Yeah.
No, fuck it. 5 years ago. If I said Shinsuke Nakamura and Kevin Owens will be headlining a pay-per-view in WWE, what would your response be?
I'd be like, bullshit. That's not going to happen. It's hard to believe, though.
Even better, 5 years ago, if I said Bobby Roode was going to be in WWE, what would your response be?
I'd be like, no way, hell no, that can't happen. I mean, it's surreal though, because think about this, like these same guys a couple of years ago they were headlining the small events, like Rev Pro and all that stuff, and they were doing their shows.
You know what's even coming up in the that I just realized?
Who else?
What culture?
What culture? Yeah, WCPW. Yeah, they're
Do you
starting to
know
become
who's the
something big too
champion?
now.
You know who's the champion in what
Who's the champ?
culture?
Who?
The guy who's getting his fucking ass kicked on December 15th by the big guy.
Marty Scurll, right? Your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, and I think here's the thing now. Triple H, he's in India right now. He's in India.
Oh, he is?
He's in India right now. He's doing a tour over there. He's doing like a tour and some.
He's probably recruiting
meetings.
talent.
He's probably recruiting talent, and I mean, and they said that Triple H isn't just in India today. They said I think later on this week he's going to be Portugal, he's going to be Spain, he's going to be I don't know somewhere in Slovakia, something like that. I don't know, one of those Slavic countries.
So he's getting around basically.
He's getting around. But think about it. I think what's happening here is Triple H sees the values between not just indie talent, but global talent. So now I think what they're trying to do is trying to make NXT this what you call a hot pot of different cultures, different parts of the globe, and putting on the best programs. So I think it's hats off to WWE. They're trying to do that. Go right ahead. But it's like
Well,
now,
if you look at NXT roster,
yeah,
look at people they just brought in. They brought in Red Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Adam Cole. They brought in Aleister Black in the past year.
Yep. Top European wrestler.
They just brought in Donovan Dijak.
Yep, another top prospect. Yeah.
The guy who's fighting him tonight, actually, Lio Rush.
Yeah, Lio Rush, another big top prospect. Yeah.
Gunner from TNA should be debuting in the next few weeks, they said.
That's right.
That's 6 independent wrestlers.
Yep.
That 2 years ago, you would never thought they would be in the company.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that's where they're coming to now. Now they're thinking, you know what? We got to get these indie talents on top. I mean, I think what I'm seeing now, like, look at Vince. We bring it back to that same segment we talked about in the last shoot, where it was Kevin Owens and Mr. McMahon. I looked at that segment and I was like, you know what? It actually made me think for a little bit. Why would they have Kevin Owens on a segment with Vince McMahon? And why did Vince agree to it? It kind of makes you think, like, holy shit, how did this all come about? And it kind of makes you think, like, holy, like, you got to think about it. Would Vince ever say that Kevin Owens would be a WWE champion someday? Probably
no, but
not, right?
there's also someone who also said Kevin Owens would not perform in front of more than 200 fans.
Yep. And that same motherfucker is very salty about it. He's like, I really didn't care in the first place. I didn't give a shit about it. He's like, I don't really care. I just said that he was difficult.
This is also the same guy who drove Bobby Lashley out of GFW.
That's right. And the same guy that left the same company just for the fuck of it.
Sound familiar?
Sound familiar indeed. It's a small beaver-eyed goat, right? With glasses on.
Fucking Jim Cornette.
Fucking Jim Cornette. He's still living in the 80s. This guy still lives in the 80s. Jim Cornette. Yes. But I mean, it just brings it back. Like, I mean, think about it. Vince McMahon, and what I think is happening now, Vince McMahon is behind these guys now. I think Vince McMahon sees Kevin Owens and he's like, you know what? This guy has it. This guy has it. Now he's finally realized. He's like, okay, we got to give this guy the ball and let him roll with it. So I think hopefully this Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Yeah, Finn Balor, indeed. And I think he even said it. You said it. He's mad. He's disappointed with how Finn Balor is being booked
since he came back from injury.
I think all the fans were saying the same shit. They're like, "Thank God, please, just fucking bring him in." It's like, you know what? Get him the top spot. Give him that push. And now, now I think he's receptive to it. He's like, all right, you know what?
And you can also tell they're listening to people because they're bringing the Shield back together.
They're bringing the Shield back. What else? Well, Shinsuke Nakamura. I think now they're kind of looking at it saying, you know what? This guy actually is a hell of a talent. I mean, they of course had their video game, 2K18, WWE 2K18. And who's like the head highlight? Every single promo video I see for it, Shinsuke Nakamura is in there. He's always in there, in each promo, talking about it, everything like that, all the stuff. and they have him as like the face, one of the faces of that panel right there for 2K18. You know, to drive that video game.
Because he's the Japanese head person,
Yeah,
basically.
basically, and that's the thing.
Just like Jinder Mahal is the guy that they're pushing if they go to like the Indian culture.
Yeah, for India and everything. Yeah, for Canada.
Right, your opinion. If I say top Indian wrestler right now,
Yeah,
are you really going to say Mahabali? Is
not
that really
really.
going to
No,
be your number one guy?
no way. Hell no.
It's Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal, yeah, of course. Because I mean, of course, the name with WWE. I think that's the thing. If you were to give them if you were to ask, like, if I were to take a plane, go to India, and say, you know what, Rsn Podcast is going to conduct a survey, and we're going to go ahead and survey all the people in India. I go to a random city in India and say, you know what, show them two different people. Say, okay, you know what, which is the better wrestler? The first person they're going to pick to is Jinder. Why? Because WWE is like the
Okay,
big brand. Of
here
course.
I'm gonna give you 3 guys from India. Rank them talent wise, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal,
Mm-hmm.
Mahabali,
Yeah.
Sanjay Dutt. Go 1, 2, 3 talent wise.
Talent-wise. So last person. Number 3 would be obviously Mahabali Shera. Sanjay Dutt would be number 2, and then probably Jinder would be number 1. Yeah.
Really?
But, I mean, yeah. So
Flip the 1 and 2. I think Sanjay is number 1.
well, I think, yeah, true. I think, well, talent-wise, most likely Sanjay. But here's the thing: if you're looking at publicity-wise, like, you know, who's the biggest name?
Oh no,
like,
I'm going just straight talent.
Or just talent. So if it's just talent, most likely, yeah, just Sanjay.
In ring
Sanjay.
talent. I go
In-ring
Sanjay.
talent, it's got to be Sanjay. Because, I mean, well, if you're looking at popularity, it's got to be Jinder. Because the thing is because, you know, he has a name, they're building it, they're looking at it, and now WWE, they're trying to go on that bandwagon and say, you know what, let's go for India's market. And that's what they're doing, you know. If I were to go and say, you know, like bring in names like, you know.
But it's also like we said in the last show, though.
Yeah.
Besides America and Japan, India is up there with professional wrestling.
Yeah, and it's everywhere. I think now China, same thing with China. A same country, a country that's, you know, very, very conservative about this stuff, restrictive about things. Now they're starting to become more and more into the, you know, pro wrestling market.
Speaking of China, whatever happened to that guy that was in the Royal Rumble? That was from China. He was in NXT.
Was it Ho Yun? I think something like that.
No, it was the tall Chinese wrestler.
You guys, Ben Wang?
Yeah, what happened to him? He was supposed to be on the main roster.
He's still in NXT, I think.
I thought he was getting called up right after the Rumble.
No, he's still in NXT. I think they're still trying to get him. Because, I mean, here's the thing. Like, India, right now, they have a couple of guys that are from Asia. Like, you know, they got, of course, you know, they got that chick from China that was in, what you call it, the Mae Young Classic. They got, what you call it, Kavita Devi, the guy, the you know, the girl from India that was in the Mae Young Classic. They got all the people.
She was good.
She was good. She was a monster. But I think what it is just, you know, these people, like, they don't have any, like, formal training. They're getting trained by, like, you know, the Great Khali. Like, think about it. Has a Great Khali ever done, like, a moonsault before?
Really, chop.
Never.
Chop.
Exactly. So that's their wrestling style. That's their style. They do the same moves over and over and over again, and they can't follow the same routine. So that's all they're known for.
But then you go to Japan.
Yeah.
You get fucking strong style.
You got strong style. You got V triggers. You got fucking, you know, enziguris. You got fucking knees. You got everything.
Then you go Joey Ryan. You got dong style.
Dong style. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I guess there's more variety. But then, like, you know, when you look at it, it's just, I think what it is they need more and more people to know the WWE style, and it's hard. I mean, of course, yeah. Like WWE
I just had a great line that I just thought of.
And what's that?
Joey Ryan was grabbing girls by the pussy before Donald Trump.
That's right. That's true. What you call it? He was doing better than the the quote unquote Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah.
That's right. So that's one thing. I mean, it's, you know.
That just came to me right now. I'm like, holy shit! Joey Ryan was doing that before Donald Trump.
Well, let's end it off from here. Let's talk about this. Do you think Joey Ryan will ever be in the WWE?
No, I think he's doing way better on the Indies. He said.
Really? Well, I think. Well, here's the thing. I think WWE needs more of a flamboyant character. Because think about it. Whenever they have like a like,
But the whole
yeah.
thing with Joey, he's too controversial
Well,
for a
isn't that good though?
not for a PC company.
Nah, I mean, well, here's the thing. Think about this. I know you probably watching NXT last week, right, or the week before, I think, where it was what'd you call it, the Velveteen Dream, aka the guy from Tough Enough. I got his name,
Patrick
um,
Clark.
Patrick Clark, yeah, and what'd you call it,
I
Alistair
really
Black,
I
yeah.
really don't like him. I
Oh
really
my god,
can't
yeah, yeah.
stand Patrick
I know,
Clark.
I know, I know, but look, think about this. Remember
Nothing.
when?
It's not
Yeah,
because of the gay character,
yeah,
because we're not biased
yeah,
like that at the Rsn
exactly.
podcast.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
It's just Patrick Clark is not talented.
that's true. I mean, I think he's just very cocky. But I mean, here's the thing. If you see that promo right there, that segment,
I thought it
basically,
was great.
yeah, I thought it was great. I loved it. I loved that segment. I was like, holy shit! I never expected that because it was perfect. I mean, of course, Patrick Clark came in there. You see Aleister Black, the badass, just sitting there like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, and
He
he's just sitting there like,
he fucking
yeah.
black masked the microphone out of his
Oh my
hand.
god, he black masked the microphone out of his mouth, and then next thing you know, he sat down there saying, "Do something, bitch, do something." And then he just sat there. It was like, he just got down, did that whole shit, and he just walked back. It kind of brought you back to when Goldust did that shit with Emmett Johnson and everything like that. Like when he kissed him, it was like,
Yeah.
ooh, it was like, what the fuck? Like, you never expect these things, but it's like, damn,
Well,
like holy
here's a
shit.
question for you. Do you
Mm-hmm.
see Aleister Black holding the NXT title? Or do you see him going right up to the main roster at the Rumble?
I think you should definitely be in the main roster. I think at this point you should be world champ.
Well, Triple
You should,
H said he's ready. He just has to adapt.
yeah, just make him universal champ. I think as soon as you get him into the main roster, make him universal champ. If you're just gonna make him cruiserweight champ, then you shouldn't bring him to the main roster. Just go ahead and make him what you call NXT champ. That was just fine. You know.
So a lot of people don't even realize he is 205 pounds exactly.
Yeah, he's pretty light, so it's like he's perfect for the
He doesn't
cruiserweight.
look it.
Yeah, he doesn't look at all. I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, if you look at what you call it, if you
Neville.
look at him,
Perfect
yeah,
example. Neville.
yeah,
Does Neville look 205 pounds when he came back
no,
from his injury?
he looks 285. No lie.
I was like, whoa. When he
Yeah.
came back from injury, I'm like, you're not 205.
Nah, hell no. He's not.
You're like 225.
Yeah, 225. He looked 235, maybe 245. I say, But this guy, and you see like Tony Nese, fucking huge motherfucker.
He looks 260.
He looks like 260, 280. I was like, whoa, wait. I was like, nah, you can't be 205. Like, come on, man. And then,
He
yeah,
is fucking talented, Tony Nese.
yep. It's true. I mean,
His nickname matches him. He is
yep,
the premier athlete.
yep. That's right. I mean, we're talking about, of course, cruiserweight division. I guess we'll kind of wrap it up from here. What do you think about this whole thing with Enzo? Well, Enzo, yeah, Enzo. Do you think Enzo being with the cruiserweight division actually helped? Because I know a couple of months ago we were talking about what would be the best role for Enzo if they're not pushing him, they're not doing anything.
Didn't the big guy call that?
You did, yeah, you did.
And if I'm
But yeah,
correct, also, I
mhm,
said put the title on him,
yeah,
and you could have him build so much heel heat.
yeah. What you're doing right now, they actually are.
So has my sources been wrong?
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. That's right. By the way, you can find that on Rsn Podcast. But I mean, what do you feel like the whole plan with this moving forward is? Do you think they're just gonna kind of keep going with this? Do you think Enzo's gonna lose the title? Do you think he's just gonna
It's
keep screwing his way out of it?
it's bad when he's gonna drop the title to Kalisto.
Do you think he's gonna drop it to Kalisto? Really?
They just signed him to Raw.
I see that, yeah. But I mean, because that's the thing. It doesn't feel like Enzo being in the cruiserweight division is actually disgracing it.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
It kind of reminds me of when Vince McMahon won the ECW title. You see how much of a reaction that got. That was like, holy shit! Like, oh my god, you guys ruined ECW. This that. It's the
David
same
Arquette winning
kind
the
of shit.
WCW title.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the same kind of shit. It's like you guys basically disgrace the title. It kind of feels that way with Enzo though, because like Enzo's like he's a cheater. He does this. He does that. He doesn't really have. He can't really pull off like cruiserweight style moves. He really can't. He's more of a technical guy, like compared to all the rest of the roster. He just goes ahead
Like
and
Tony Nese is
yeah,
all around.
yeah,
He could do aerial moves. He could do technical moves. He could submit you.
Yep.
What can Enzo really do?
Yeah. Enzo, I mean, he can cut a promo, no lie. I think he's really good at promos. He's really good
Okay,
at being put in
but
position.
can he fight?
He can't, no. No, all right.
Exactly.
I mean, well, here's the thing. If they had a promo championship, he would probably win. If they had, him and Eddie
No, I don't think he would win that either.
oh, right. There's actually another guy, the Advocate, that would win, right?
No, not even him. Like,
Really?
if it was wrestlers
Mm-hmm.
and it was promos,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens,
That's right. And I would say,
Jericho,
yeah,
Seth
The Rock.
Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
As
CM
much as
Punk.
it hurts me to say this,
Mm-hmm.
John Cena.
Mm-hmm. That's true. CM Punk. Another one.
Who?
CM Punk.
Who?
It's this UFC fighter that won Money in the Bank 2 times, who also became, first man to hold ECW World and WWE titles all, in his career. I don't know if you remember him.
Don't know. Don't know who you're talking about.
Really, really. I see, I see. Well, yeah, that's basically what it tells you about that, so.
Oh, you mean that the guy who didn't sign his new contract until right before his match against John Cena at Money in the Bank?
Yes, that a guy, yeah. The same guy that went ahead and stabbed all the wrestling fans in the back.
You mean the guy who dropped the best pipe bomb ever on June 20th?
Yes. That same guy. That same guy that was from Chicago.
Oh, you mean the guy who's married to AJ?
Yes, the same guy that's married to AJ. Yes, sir. Yes.
Asshole.
I know he's a big asshole. It's like, come on, man.
Oh,
But
no, I'm just saying he's an asshole because he married AJ.
I'd say he's an asshole simply because of the fact that he stabbed all the wrestling fans in the back. I think recently we were talking about, he was talking to a close friend, quote unquote. Somebody was talking to a close friend of his, and he said, "I'm not ever interested in going back." So that kind of nails to the coffin right there. So all people got to keep saying,
you mean the same friend that he disowned
yeah, same
because
friend as
this person went backstage at a Raw event?
that's right, Cole Cabana.
Shoot, Colt.
Yep. So that's right. It's like and then of course you have people saying, "Oh, CM Punk's coming back. CM Punk's coming back." What now? He's not coming back, guys. He's not.
The
It's not gonna be happening.
closest you might get him coming back is if Dolph Ziggler imitates his entrance.
Yeah, that's it. I think if they have that, that's it.
Well, if you watch, did you watch SmackDown yesterday?
Back then, yeah, I've seen briefly some of it. I heard
you?
that he was doing the Undertaker. He was doing like
Well,
different people.
this past week. Sorry, this past week the crowd was chanting CM Punk because Dolph is fighting Bobby Roode at Hell in a Cell.
Really?
And he said, "Oh, just wait for my entrance at Hell in a Cell." The whole crowd starts chanting CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk.
Uh-huh.
Which, to be honest,
Uh-huh.
if he pulls out a CM Punk entrance,
Mm-hmm.
the whole fucking crowd is gonna go ape shit.
That's true.
Internet's gonna blow up.
It would, yeah. I mean, but it's also gonna kind of bring back that kind of thing where people are gonna start tweeting CM Punk, getting blocked by CM Punk, and then he's gonna start talking shit like, "I'm not going back," whatever it is. Da, da, da.
So fucking come back, nut up,
Uh-huh.
fucking put your balls in your fucking tights,
Yep.
come back and prove a point.
Exactly. Get out of the UFC because you can't fight
You
for
fucking
shit.
suck.
You suck. Yeah, you can't fight for shit.
I don't think he landed one fucking hit in his fight against Mickey Gall.
You did in 15 seconds. You got tapped out. Bam. 1-3 done. And I think Dana White said, "I don't think you're ready for another UFC fight." It'll
But
be the same
Punk said
thing
he
as
is.
Ronda. Yep. So we'll have to see. Maybe you're going to like the independence for what you call it for MMA.
You know,
never know.
oh my god, you know it'd be amazing?
But
He comes back December 15th at Hammerstein Ballroom at Ring of Honor, the show we go to.
oh shit, that'd be lit. That would be lit. I mean, I think of course always said they would take Daniel Bryan back. They would take CM Punk. They've offered the open invitations. It's just a matter for them to pick up the call and say, "You know what? I'm ready."
How amazing would that be, though?
That would be. That would indeed it would be.
Holy shit! That whole fucking arena will blow up.
That's right. That's right.
If we're just sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
and then out of nowhere, Cult of Personality comes on.
Oh shit, that's it. People are gonna be jumping off the rafters and be like, "That's it."
I'll fucking jump down from where we're sitting.
That's I would too. I would deadass jump down there. I'd be like, "That's it." I'll be in the concessions and shit. I'll be done. Jumping over shit, going into the. That's it, done. I'll be marking fuck out. Holy shit, you know.
I'll go. Yeah. I will love it if he just comes back.
That's right. That's right. But we'll have to see from here. But nonetheless,
that we shall.
Yeah. Nonetheless, this is the Rsn Wrestling Podcast. Go check us out on YouTube. Go check us out on Instagram, on Facebook, and Twitter at Rsn Podcast. Of course, you can check us out also on PWO, Pro Wrestling Opinions,
the wrestling site for your segment by segment updates from every match from the big guys such as WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Lucha, that shitty company that films in Universal that gives out tickets for free.
Yep, that company too.
And he also covers the little guys, such as West Coast Wrestling Connection, America's Most Like Wrestling.
Yep.
What other small companies, Sal? He should start covering What Culture also.
Yeah, What Culture. Maybe some more companies here and there, but like I said, we keep expanding. Pro Wrestling Opinion is expanding, just like how Rsn Wrestling Podcast is expanding. So stay tuned for that, So there's more to come. But definitely follow us on our social media. You'll keep seeing. And like I said, we'll keep showing stuff. And if you're there at the ROH show at December 15th or 5th, whatever the fuck it is,
come over and say hi to us.
Sure. Definitely say hi to us. Rich,
come take a picture with us.
Yep, definitely. Let us know. I'm also, we'll be on Facebook that same day and Instagram and YouTube. Going ahead and posting out live videos throughout the show, giving out full updates of what's going on and everything like that. So that's our Rsn Podcast. We're Rsn Podcast. You're not. See you guys.
Hey, asshole! You took my fucking line, bro.
Of course, I got to, man. What the fuck you think, man? I'm a mastermind. The mastermind here, Sal. We got Rich, the big guy. You gotta say it now, man. Come on.
Well, first I have to line because I haven't done it at all today.
Yes. So so let's do it with that.
It's the tagline of PWO. Reading is fundamental. Reading about wrestling puts you over.
Indeed, it does. And also, what's ours?
We're RSN. You're not. We're out.
We're out. Indeed. We'll see you guys out.
Just remember what we said in last year about kicking doors in off the hinges.
Yep.
We're blowing up buildings next year.
That's right. Indeed, we are.
We're gonna take WWE headquarters, fucking blow that motherfucker up. That's gonna be RSN Podcast headquarters.
Indeed. Stanford, watch out. We'll see you guys till then.
All right. See you guys.
See you guys.